Good morning and welcome to today's Oracle card reading with me, Anna Hart. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a clairaudient. I work with energy, I work with Oracle cards a lot, and I also work with crystals. And throughout March, I'm going to be doing a daily Oracle card reading, and I'm going to be using my own Oracle card deck. So over the last few months, I suppose, I've been putting together my own Oracle card deck. I just felt particularly called to do it, and I'm really glad I did. But here they are. So these are the cards we're using. It's the Finding Purpose Oracle card deck by yours truly. And today we're going to be picking our card from this deck. So I did actually pick the cards earlier this morning, and I say cards because there were two in particular that I was drawn to. So we're going to look at them in a little more depth, but I just wanted to introduce them quickly. So the first card was the running card, and sorry, my camera really does need an upgrade. But what we have is somebody running along a beach, and the sun is setting in the distance, and the person running is running the opposite directions. They're running into the darkness, into the clouds. And there's almost this feeling that they are running away from something that they need to face, running away from the beauty, perhaps, of life. And it's almost like a metaphorical representation of the end of a day, the sun going down, that fear that that might be the last that we see of it. But of course, the sun comes up in the morning and we have another beautiful day to look forward to. And in the meantime, we have the moon, which supports us and illuminates our nights. So it's almost a feeling that something might be coming to an end, something might be changing. It could be a job, a relationship, a project that you've been working on, or a particular period in your life. It could be an old way of being that we're releasing, and perhaps we're running away from that change, that transition, because we're worried about what it might look like, what it might mean for us. Perhaps we feel scared by what's behind us and aren't willing to turn around and look at it. And this card really, I think, is bringing a message that you can't keep running. We do have to stop and turn around and see the reality, because often the reality isn't as bad as we think. Often the reality isn't as ugly or terrifying as we imagine. Sometimes the reality is beautiful. Sometimes the reality is a new day and a whole new chapter. So that's the first card. The second card is the Elevate card. And again, I'll show you this more clearly in a second on the screen. But this is the card of elevation, and it's elevation of spirit, of energy, of the self, really. It's elevating the mood, you know, picking yourself out of that rut and doing something that can give you a boost of energy and really elevate your being, your energy. The other thing I'm getting from this is also with the imagery, it's those hot air balloons going up into the sky, and often you see that towards the end of the day. So as the sun's coming down, this is almost like this opportunity to play a bit, to go up and see, and to really see clearly in a literal sense, to be high up and to really be able to see everything that's going on below. So there's almost this sense of getting a fresh perspective and a really good, clear perspective on everything that's going on, which I think works quite well with the running card, because if we have been in a position where we're running away from something and not wanting to look, the Elevate card is suggesting that if we stop, turn around and look at what we've been running from, we will actually be able to elevate ourselves energetically and mentally and perhaps spiritually as well, and see the reality of what's going on and have a higher awareness of that and the situation. So let's have a better look at what the messages are for each of these cards. So here we have it. This is the running card, and as you can see, it's a lot more clear on here. Somebody running along the beach. Sun is setting in the distance, and yes, it's a reflection card. So this really is prompting us to look within ourselves, to look at perhaps the reasons and the experiences that are prompting us to try and run from a current situation. So, do you feel like you're on a racetrack? Are you being chased by something or someone? What are you running away from? Are you feeling tired or exhausted? This card brings a message that sometimes we run in a particular direction towards our dreams, and at other times we are running away from something that we need to face. The key here is to work out if you are running towards joy or away from fear. If it's the latter, like being on a racetrack, either it's going to catch up with you or you're going to catch up with it sooner or later. So reflect on your feelings and fears, turn around and face them head on. You've got this. And so the affirmation is, I can face anything. And so this is really the message of the card, is it's time to stop running, to work out if you're running from fear or if you're running towards joy. But whatever, if it is from fear, that you turn around and look at it, because ultimately you can deal with whatever it is. You've got that strength and that power within you that you can face it. And your life is only going to be the better for it. So, and who knows, it might not be as scary as you think. It might actually be beautiful. It might be incredible what's back there that you're not looking at, because you're so fixated on getting away that you're not actually seeing the true beauty. So that's our first card for today. So the next card is the Elevate card. So here we have, and you can see a bit clearer now. We've got this beautiful dusk sky and these hot air balloons are drifting off into the sky above. So this is a healing card, and what this suggests is we have the reflection card, so we need to do some inner reflective work, but the outcome from that is that we have a potential to heal something that perhaps has been bothering us or that we've been carrying for a long time. So this is an opportunity for healing. And the message is, do you feel like your energy is flagging? Are your resources depleted? It's time to raise those vibrations, literally and metaphorically. This card brings a message that it's time to shake yourself out of this funk. Do something that inspires you and helps your light glow a little brighter. This could be anything from drawing a picture or reading a book to singing and dancing along to your favourite track. Perhaps it's time to put that hilarious film on, you know the one I mean, or call that friend for a chat. Do what brings you joy. And the affirmation is, I am floating on air. And I think that's kind of saying, if you can imagine how it feels when you're so full of excitement, so full of positivity and optimism, and you're really looking for something and you just feel like you're bursting with happiness and you're just floating on air, things are just effortless, you're floating. That's the feeling really that perhaps we need to focus on here. And that affirmation there is to support you doing that. So I am floating on air. Say it, but feel it. Feel it. And that is the energy that you want flowing through your body at the moment. So those are today's cards. I really hope they help in some way. If they do resonate with you, if they do help, please do put a comment, because I would love to see those and read those. Feel free to like if you like today's reading, and of course feel free to subscribe to catch all of my daily card readings and your guidance. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day and stay safe, stay well, and be happy. Thank you.